Well, hello, everyone. Beautiful viewers. It's another episode with open minds to open hands. And we have an exclusive VIP guest, Suzi Dent, international award winning speaker, makeup hair artist, author, best selling author, coach, MC advocate, and Mrs. Earth Australia 2017. Hello, hi, how are you? My beautiful
Hi, Eve.
queen.
How are you? I'm very well, thank you. Hello, all the way over there in Scotland from downtown sunny Australia. Um, Eve and I, we decided we can get together at two different times of the day, and it's still the same day for us. It's very tricky. Hey, I was just listening to how cool your intro was there. I was vibing along to the
Thank
music,
you. Thank
intro to your
you.
show. Love it. It's fantastic. So exciting to meet everybody here. Hi to everybody that's watching. It's really exciting to be here. I've had the best day. It's morning for you. It's morning for Eve, and it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon for me. So I've had a day. It's fantastic.
Fantastic. Fantastic. It's another raw episode, authentic and uncut. I'm just at my first cup of coffee. So,
And I'm on
guys, today
my
is going to be. Go ahead.
my
Oh, yeah.
12th cup of tea because I don't drink coffee. So there's my tea.
Tea. Oh,
Twinings, in case you want to send me something. Yeah, Twinings Irish breakfast tea. Thank you very much.
thank you
Oh,
very much. Come on.
great.
You always do it in style, Susie. You always do it in style. Well, thank you for accepting our invitation and being on our platform. I prepared a couple of interview questions for you. However, because we like it to be raw, authentic, and uncut, we might gonna go off script and we're just gonna, improvise, and let the flow go, and we see how it goes. We see how it goes. Thank you, everyone who's watching. Drop your questions. We're gonna definitely able to read your comments below. If you feel like to share your location or where you're tuning in from, please do. And I personally will get in touch with you. I have some gifts as well for you later, beautiful viewers. And are you ready to rumble, Susie?
So can people join us on this live link? So if I just take the link off the top here, can I get people joining us? Can I?
Yes, you can. And then we
Wow,
have the live chat as well.
very
And then
exciting.
if the live chat comes in, I can actually hop it over to the studio so everybody can read it.
Wow, if only I knew how to do this at the same time. Probably best that I just talk and you share it on my page.
Let's do that. Let's do that. We are not too tacky. I am learning every single thing about technology as I go along. I must say I find out amazing things. I don't know how you are with technology, Susie, but as I
I
go,
found
like,
Here we go. I can put it.
yeah.
I think
So
so. Here we
I
go.
was saying,
Let's
like, as
see.
I grow in my business and my business is expanding, I learn new stuff every day. I learn new stuff every day.
Isn't it great?
It's amazing.
Come and join me and Eve live uncut.
This is a
Here we
warm
go.
up, baby.
It is. Here we go. Post. Because I'm so shy, I'm like so camera shy, and Eve knows that. How
Not. So, Susie, I'm going to jump in and ask the first question.
Please do.
So you have worn many hats from makeup artist to Mrs. Earth Australia, international speaker. How has your journey influenced your perspective on what it means to age positively, especially in a society often obsessed with this youth and image and, how do I look? So please take over.
Oh, what a great question. Thank you, Eve. That's an excellent question. I've been So I'm 63 years young. I don't do Botox or fillers. Sorry about my dog.
It's okay. It's raw,
It's live and
authentic.
uncut. Sunny, quiet. Um, so I'm a pro ager, everyone, because there's nothing anti about aging, all right? And being a hair and makeup artist for 42 years with celebrity clients in the television and advertising industry, I've seen makeup fashions and hair fashions come and go over the decades. But the one thing I find disappointing for younger women and women my age is the prevalence of social media filters. I've met women who are in their 60s and they put these filters on their face and they have a lineless face of a 12-year-old, and I don't recognize them. I've always loved it when I turn up to speaking engagements and they go, "You look exactly like you do online." And I think, beautiful, because that's what I want you to see. I want you to actually know me. I ran into this chick once and she knew me and she'd been following me for a while, but the photo of her was so filtered. I didn't recognize her. And I was so lucky. And she knew so much about me. So it was obvious that I knew who she was, but I couldn't remember her name because I couldn't place the face. So be careful when you filter your pictures so much that people don't recognize you in real life. I was so lucky that I had a very clever, computer savvy friend with me who looked her up, showed it to me, and went, "This is her." And I went, "Oh, yes." And then I used her name, but otherwise, like, quite seriously, I was at a
Wow.
loss. So apart from those things, there are many women and men, young people in their 20s, who are putting fillers, Botox and fillers into their faces. When you see photographs of young women who are actually talking and they have no nasolabial fold, this is called the nasolabial fold. You're born with this. It's the bottom of your cheeks. It's not a wrinkle. It's actually meant to be there. See, cheeks, cheeks, cheeks. But when you see people, not only do they have no foreheads, or it basically moves just up here, they have no forehead lines. They have no lines around their eyes. They have no nasolabial folds. They also have no pores on their face. We'll have pores and hair on our face. So you're actually talking to or watching an alien, because in real life, this person does not look like that. And it sets up a really, it's kind of set up a whole generation of people who are striving for a perfection, a visual perfection that they're just not going to reach. Young men as well. You can, and the amount of time that they spend filtering their faces, filtering their bodies, making themselves thinner or more shapelier. I take selfies. I have good light. I take a selfie, with the sun. I go, "Yay, that's great." Post. I can't be bothered filtering it.
Yeah,
It's
I
like, yeah, it's a
never,
good photo. That'll do. Awesome. Don't look too
I
foul.
never, I never use filters. I'm all about realness. I'm all about, I do have makeup here and there, but I would never
Nothing
use
wrong with
Botox.
makeup. Makeup is a good thing. Makeup, especially like foundation, is really good for skin protection. It protects your skin from sunburn, protects your skin from windburn. It protects your skin from dehydration when you're inside. So if you're in a cold climate, you've got the heater on, especially where you are. You have the heater on. You have the heating up quite high, and we have the cold up quite a lot. So when you
Yes.
wear foundation, it's like this protective mask over your skin, because air
Mm,
conditioners and heaters, they work on condensation. So
yes.
they're sucking the moisture out of the atmosphere to run the machines. And where's the moisture coming from? Inside your face. So
Yeah.
sucking out of your skin. And I'm sure you've sat, you guys in cold climates have sat in front of a roaring fire, and not only maybe just gone to sleep, but your face gets really flushed and really red because the moisture is actually being sucked out of your face. So
Yeah.
by wearing a little bit of foundation, it really does provide a protective shield for skin damage.
Here we go. Protected shield. From a beautiful makeup artist, everyone. I hope you take notes. You speak with so much confidence, and this will actually take me to my next question. In your career, you often uh, speak and you all about confidence and empowerment, especially women in midlife. What are some most common internal burials you have seen in your clients, and how you guide them to say yes to life again?
Well, that's another excellent question, Eve. When we get to midlife, which can be anything from 45 upwards, really, and when you're 45 and you're told that you're in midlife, that'll probably do your head in, really, because you don't really think that you're in midlife. But we often get to stages and we don't feel that we're good enough. So we have this internal narrative going on. As Eve said in the beginning, I've written a couple of books. My favourite book is called 60 is the New 40, The Ultimate Guide to Defying Age. And in that book, I talk a lot about communication. Um, and the main part about communication is how we communicate with ourselves, to ourselves. The words we use, you can say words out loud and you can be really confident and you can fake being confident. And inside, your self esteem is really low because you're inside the words inside your head's going, I'm never going to do this. I'm just saying this. I don't believe it. It's not going to happen for me because I'm not good enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. For a while there, like a lot of my life, I thought I really needed to have a university degree rather than finish high school to be smart. I realized that's actually not quite true. People can have university degrees and have not 1 ounce of life skills or common sense about them, and not be able to, like, if they got stuck in a wet paper bag, they wouldn't know how to get out. I might not have a massive education, but I have an amazing amount of life skills. And I think that a lot of the time, the skills that we learn in life are the ones that really serve us as we're getting older. So communication, in answer to your question, are the barriers that we set up for ourselves. When we're going through midlife, women as well as men, bodily wise, our bodies can start to not break down, but get a bit dinged up, a bit a bit bent. Sometimes, when you used to play sport when you were younger, if you used to play sport and you just get over stuff and you'd heal from injuries really fast and you're really fit and you could lose weight by eating a carrot for lunch for 2 days and gosh, the weight was gone. Now you could eat a carrot for a whole year and that weight's still not going to be gone. And you'll fall over, and instead of just having a sprain, you'll break something in 3 places. It'll take you 6 months to get over it with crutches and plaster. Those sort of things can be really daunting journeys as we go through life. And I think some people, society has this way of,
Yes,
especially women, but men as well, not actually, we don't see ourselves in commercials or in movies. We do more in movies now, but when you see women in their 60s, for instance, and of course, because I'm over 60, I can use this as an example. The example that we're shown is of little old women with white or grey hair, with maybe a walking stick, not someone who swims 30 laps a day, who's really fit and who doesn't actually have grey hair yet. Or massive amounts of wrinkles and is looking like they've got 1 foot inside the grave. So we're shown this image of what we're supposed to look like, and we don't feel like that, and we don't look like that. So we feel that we're a little bit invisible sometimes in society because we don't see that visual representation of ourselves in the media, and the Botox and all that sort of stuff and the filters. We can then fall prey, if you like, to trying to take the signs of aging away to make ourselves look younger. But it's actually not going to make you any happier. And when you are at this age, and you go to dress shops in Australia, we have women's clothing shops, but you don't see anything dedicated to older women. And the shops that you do see, which are few and far between, have photographs of young women on the walls. Right, so you've got 70-year-old women shopping in these shops. You and I would probably, we're not old enough to shop there yet, right? And it's absolutely, the fashion is definitely aimed towards the older women, but you don't see 70 and 80-year-old women rocking the clothes on the wall. So
mm,
all this sort of stuff is very subliminal. You'll see a 35-year-old or 40 tops, looking pretty young, wearing the clothes in a way that the 70 and 80-year-old women are never gonna. They're never gonna pull that look off. So we are surrounded by these images of youth, We're surrounded by skincare that's called anti-aging, which is why I've refused to use the word anti-aging and I've used the word pro-aging
I
for
like
a long
that.
time, because anti-aging tells us there's something wrong
Yes.
with getting old. There's something wrong with wrinkles. I mean, it doesn't hurt having wrinkles. It just is what it is. But people can sometimes get sucked into that. And in midlife, men and women will sometimes give up. They'll give up being physically fit. They'll give up eating the right foods. So they'll eat the wrong foods. It's so easy. I can wolf down a Toblerone bar, a big one, really fast. I admire you if you get Easter eggs and you can sit on them for a month. Like, that's great. I'd have to eat them all because they'll just all go off. Maybe 2 days
I'm
tops.
the same. I'm the same.
That again.
I'm the same. I'm the same.
And what we do,
Susie,
and what we don't realize is when we do that and we binge eat, and we binge eat because we're not sleeping, we're eating sugary foods, and the sugar makes our joints hurt, and then
yeah.
that makes us feel depressed and sad. So we lie around longer because our knees hurt and our ankles hurt and our backs hurt, and we can't get up and go to the gym. So what do? You reach for more chocolate or more
I love
alcohol
chocolate.
and more
Yeah.
sugars and carbs to make your joints hurt even more. So we're
Mm.
stuck in
I,
this cycle.
I I reprogrammed my mind and I promised, I made a promise, I made a vow. I'm only gonna eat dark chocolate. So I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well. I love chocolate. Chocolate is like, we have a special Hungarian cartoon movie, and we have a bird, and this bird is eating all sorts of shapes of chocolate flavors, no matter what. It's called Gombort Arthur, and
Oh,
it's so
sounds
funny
delicious.
because they gave me the nickname because I just, I was the chocolate queen. I eat, doesn't matter what and what shape, what size. You put a chocolate by me, in 2 minutes it's gone.
Got to be eaten. Well, it'll just go off, won't it, if you leave it there? And in
Exactly,
Australia, it just
exactly.
melts. So you got to eat it because it'll
Yeah.
melt. I was going to let you know
Susie.
there's another example of how when we communicate with ourselves, we can say things unknowingly sabotaging ourselves from aging. So in
Yes.
Australia, here's an example. A greeting in Australia, when you say to a bloke, a man, "How you doing, mate?" or "How are you? How are you going?" He'll often say, "Doing okay for an old bloke." Right? Okay, and that's a really standard reply in Australia. But did you pick the 2 things that is not really positive in that reply? Okay and old. So if this is his reply 12 times a day, "Hi, how you going, mate? Doing okay for an old bloke? Doing okay for an old bloke? Doing okay." So so many times a day, inside his head, he's saying, "I'm only okay and I'm old." And this man will get old fast. I was working with because in my job I work with a lot of celebrities, right? And I work with sportsmen. I was working with a cricketer called Glenn McGrath recently, who's a very famous cricketer, and he used the word old. And I went, "Let me stop you there," because I'm older than him, so he's a little bit younger than me. And I spoke to him about it as well. I said, "You've got to stop saying old because you're just going to make yourself old and you won't understand why." It's about having a positive mindset and
Oh, yeah.
being aware of the words you use to describe yourself, not just other people, but the words you use to describe yourself. So I said to him, and this is what I say to all people who have a negative way to greet themselves when they don't know that it's negative, until I go, "Oh, don't use that word." So instead of saying, right, somebody saying, "Oh, doing okay for an old bloke," how about saying, "Fit, young, strong, and vital, thanks." Straight away,
Oh,
that's lifted. You feel good because I've said I was fit, young, strong, and vital. You're like, "I want to be like that when I'm her age." Yeah. Yeah, she looks fit, young, and strong, and vital. But all 4 words, I'm fit, I'm young, I'm strong, and I'm vital.
yes.
And just imagine changing that for 12 times a day using those words. You will be
Here we
fit, young,
go.
strong, and vital.
Yes.
And so will the person and all the people that you meet. They'll be like, "I'm gonna
Yes.
use that.
Here
I
we
want to say that.
go.
I want to be like that."
Here we go. I have two more questions prepared for you.
Oh,
Um, Before the last question, we're going to talk about beauty and self expression. because that is the central of your career. But before I'm going to go and hit that question, I also would like to just talk about of your amazing book, 60 is the New 40. And we're going to wrap it up. We will see if you have any questions popping up in the chat. Um, so going back to beauty and self-expression as a central of your career, how do you think hair and makeup can serve a tool for self confidence? And um, during the midlife transition, you rather have this age defining question viewed in a different way?
Another great question. I think a good way to answer that would be uh, when I was younger. So I'm blonde, right? So I'm a natural blonde. So my eyebrows are blonde, my eyelashes are almost invisible, right? And I have these lash extensions put on because I'm lazy. And as you get older, you wear glasses and you can't always see to put mascara on. And I often do Zooms at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I would rather just roll out of bed with good bed hair, whack on some lipstick with a cup of tea, and I'm ready to go because I've got my lashes. But take the lashes away, and my eyelashes are literally invisible. So it's a bit like everybody's talking about Pamela Anderson at the moment and how she looks washed out and how she's not wearing makeup. It's because she's not wearing mascara and she has blonde eyelashes, right? Because as soon as she puts the eyelashes on and the full on eyeshadow, everyone sees her for the bombshell. They call her a bombshell that she was because they're used to seeing her with very heavily made up eyes. But take that away, and she's only got very fine eyebrows, and she looks pale. As blondes, we look pale and tired, especially without our eyelashes. So for me personally, when I first discovered mascara when I was, I don't know, 13 or 14, it changed my world because I all of a sudden realized the power of transformation of makeup. And it gave me confidence immediately because I remember thinking, oh my God, I'm a real girl. Wow, I look okay. But up till then, it was like, oh, I look really wishy-washy. And it would get to the stage that I was allowed to wear, like we were allowed to
Mm.
wear very minimal makeup to high school. But if I didn't wear mascara, my friends would go, oh my God, no, go home. Oh no, go put your eyes back on, please, please. And this is what society is doing to Pammy. And I think it's wonderful that she does that, that she's wearing no makeup and she's showing herself to be a very pretty lady without much makeup on, As I've got older, I never really wore much makeup anyway. I wear a little bit of foundation for the reasons that I've told you, a bit of lipstick and the eyelashes because they're stuck on there for about a month, and it just makes it easy. I'm not a believer in letting your hair go grey as you go older. I can't be bothered with that. Just dye it. I'm starting to go white under here. So blondes, in case you didn't know, blondes don't go grey. We go white because we don't have the dark pigment in our hair that's going to go grey. So we go white. So I'm starting to go, can you see it? There we go. Starting to go
Mm.
white. So I'm still colouring my hair because otherwise I'm going to look like I've got bald patches because then the white bits will match the eyelashes that are, completely invisible. So be a good look as I get older. So I love it that women now we don't cut our hair off. In my mother's day, and in her mother's day, women when they got to midlife or probably menopause, they all cut their hair off super short. They cut it off because long hair denoted youth. It denoted youth and youthfulness, and middle-aged women were not really allowed to do that. It was frowned on. They had to cut their hair off. Now, in society now, we know a lot more about health. We know a lot more about longevity. We've kind of stood up and gone, no, I don't want to cut my hair off. I like having long hair. It's actually way easier to have hair that you can stick in a ponytail than have short hair that you have to do every day and blow dry it. Um,
Yes.
but that's why women cut their hair off. So if you're a woman of my age or or older, you will know exactly what I'm talking about because your mothers cut their hair off and they kept their hair short. It was like, this was me when I was youthful. Now I'm going to make it go away because I've lost all my eggs now. I'm menopausal. So, I'm on my way to death now. I've got one foot inside the grave. I mean, my
Oh,
mother, I haven't spoken to my mother for a few years, but last time I knew, when she was in her 80s, she was still teaching tap dancing twice a week. And that's in her 80s, as in leading the class and tapping away. So you're really only as old as you decide to be. And we have a choice, don't we? And it's how we feel and how we communicate with ourselves and
yes.
wear what you feel comfortable in. I mean, if it looks really crap, your friends will tell you, but wear what you're comfortable in. Really, sometimes you can grow your hair really long and it will actually can actually drag your face down. But still, if you don't want to cut it off short, don't.
Mm,
Be you. That's the beautiful thing about society now, and women and men who are aging is that we're aging with a lot more authenticity, apart from the filtering thing, than we
yes.
used to than our mothers did. They were stuck in boxes of middle agedness, and that was the look that society put forward, and the advertising industry just hasn't really caught up with the program yet. We live younger, longer. We have use of better skincare. We're really aware of our diets and the benefits of exercise. So we have a lot more knowledge. We've got organic foods now. Well, we had organic food when we were younger, but we know the difference now. So it's super important that you maintain a certain level of health as you get older: mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, physical health. And it's not easy. It's
No.
not easy to say no to the chocolate that someone gives you. You've got to eat it because you'd be rude. Um,
Yes,
I
yes,
eat it all the time. I say this as a chocoholic, you can't do it all the time because
yes,
it really does make your joints hurt. And then that stops you doing stuff. So
yes.
everything in moderation, I feel, as we get older. Not lashes, though. Well, no, you can have moderate lashes. You don't have to have the big whopping ones. Leave those for the young ones. And I feel
Yes,
that it's much better as an older woman. I would much prefer to not have filters on my face and to give a positive pro-aging example to women in their 20s and 30s and go, this is what 63 looks like. It's okay. You're not going to look
yes,
old and haggard when you get old if you look after yourself.
yes. I
Have
like
good
what you said. I like what you said, Susie. You said you are actually you can I'm claiming it. I feel how I would say I'm 21 years young, so that is describe me as vibrant, as young and full with energy, and
Oh, yeah,
I'm claiming that, and I like that what you said, that we feel like
young, strong, and vital. Yeah.
young, strong, and vital. Exactly. Um, your book, 60 is the new 40. How we can grab your book and how we can contact you as well, Susie, if you can share with our viewers. And just in one sentence or two, what is the message, what you really want to give away regarding your book, 60 is the new 40?
We can buy thank you, Eve. You can buy it on Amazon. Just put in 60 is the new 40, like the numbers, not the words. And my message is to not be scared of aging. There's a lot of reminders in there of how we communicate with ourselves, our mindset, how to be in the right mindset, how to manifest things. There's a lot in there about diet and fitness, about exercise, about skincare, about hair care. I used to make my own cosmetics years ago. I had a company. I'm like a mad scientist. I would manufacture products. So I talk a lot about, I guess, beauty from the outside and the inside. So the secret to aging is moisturizing from the outside and the inside.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And before I let you and we wrap up our podcast today, what is 2025 looks like? What are the exciting events or big projects you're working on, Susie? Can you share with us?
Yes, I can. 2025 has been amazing. I've just become an empty nester, which is great. So my son, my 23-year-old, he's gone his way with his girlfriend and her brother, and we've all been living together. And for a couple of days, it was a bit weird because the house was quiet. But I cleaned the kitchen bench a couple of days ago and it still looks clean. So I'm pretty happy about that. Today, I actually found a house. I got accepted for a rental house that I'm really happy about. I'm shacking up with my boyfriend. So that's really cool. I'm excited about that. You're never too old to have a relationship. You're never
I
too
love
old.
it.
Right, when you get in your 60s, when you're through menopause, sexy 60s is what it's called. You know, you'll feel fit. Talk about fit, young, strong, and vital. You'll feel like you're in your sexual prime. You got to go for it, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
baby.
Try utilize all that stuff that you learned in your 20s and 30s and bring it to fruition in your 50s and 60s. It'll be really good for you. It'd be really good for you. So I'm doing that. I'm also so shaking up with a boyfriend. I'm building up my tattoo cover makeup service as a
Yes.
makeup artist. I specialize in temporarily covering people's tattoos for special occasions like weddings. And I get flown all the way around the country to do that. I'm considered the best in Australia at doing it. It's quite tricky. I hand paint freckles on as well. So you really can't tell that there was a tattoo there. And I really love to
Wow.
provide people with choice. We have a rule here, a law that you can't get into casinos in Queensland and some clubs if you have neck and face tattoos. So I get a lot of men that I'm covering them up so they look very clean and neat and they can get into the club. So I'm expanding my business, working on my health more, and this new life without my son in a new
Wow.
relationship. I've got a new skincare company that I'm promoting. So lots of new. And
Yes.
that's what's fun about aging is never say never.
Yes.
Always give something a go because you've got one life. How far away was last week? It just zipped by, didn't it? We only have a certain amount of time left on this planet. Give
Yes.
it your all. Give everything a go. Try everything,
Yes.
just because you can.
Yes, I heard the little birdie told me you're gonna speak on this amazing inner transformational summit. It's gonna be virtual, and you're gonna be one of the keynote speakers in October. How cool is that? Would you share with us what's the topic and what's the speech you're gonna talk about?
I am very excited about that. Thank you for bringing that up. I hope everybody gets to join us. It's going to be really good. You're going to listen to some very exciting, inspirational speakers. And my speaking is pretty much what I just talked to you about. I like to talk to you about being happy as we age and how aging is not an anti thing, it's a pro thing. And
Okay.
how, when we set an example at this age, we set an example for the younger generations to not be scared of aging and to not be scared of getting old. And I love it when I give things a go, or I'm like, okay, I've written 4 books now. My son, who's 23, thinks I'm amazing, but it's given him the opportunity to just go for things as a young man. Because, like, well, you got nothing to lose. People can just say no. It's not personal. Give someone else, always give something a go. Don't let society dictate to you what your age number means because it means who you are, whatever you are. So
Yeah.
age, my favorite saying is age is just a number. It's what you do with it that counts. So what are you going to do
Exactly.
with your age number tomorrow or today?
Mm. Thank you, Susie. Before we wrapping up our amazing exclusive podcast with one and only Susie Dent, you can reach Susie Dent at suziedent.com. Feel free to send her an email, get connected with her. If you are in that area, please reach out and support her. All the links are going to be in the comments, and I offer. Yes, I offered a free gift. We're gonna actually open up the tickets for October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And the first 25 people who are purchasing the virtual tickets, I am giving away free inner transformational workbooks. So if you grab your tickets and you're an action taker and you just pop in a chat, free ebook, I got my ticket, I will send you personally with a beautiful message and a positive affirmation letter and attach that beautiful 21 inner transformational workbook. How cool is that? You
That's so
cannot miss
cool.
it.
Excellent, excellent. That is amazing. And if you have been watching us today, which I'm sure you have all around the world, I will also add to that. I'll raise that bar. Well, not as high as Eve's. I've got a couple of ebooks to give away, all about aging and laughing and smiling whilst you do so. So you'll love it.
Wow, thank you, thank you. So you have to actually uh, grab and hashtag those keywords so we can able to give you these amazing gifts. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Susie, see you till next time and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Eve. Thanks for having me. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.